Today, well, yes, we turn our attention to the security situation we've got today. Well, shocking developments that played out over the weekend. Alhaji Mahmoud Othman joins us this morning to take a look at some of these matters. Morning, and thank you for coming.
Good morning.
Well, again, completely shocking for a lot of people how this could even happen in Yobe. Well, yes, we do know that the state of emergency is still very much in force. And then the list that lots of people expected was, especially the manner with which this killing was done. But you heard this. You were shocked, weren't you?
Well, I think every sane person will be shocked to what happened in Mahmoud near Patiskum. And the one before it, in another school where children were taking examinations, were attacked. Only a sadist, because this has nothing to do now with the usual crime being committed here and there by the Boko Haram elements and whoever is doing it. But to go to a school, a boarding school, children sleeping, they are innocent. Even if whoever did the attack was what they call reprisal against civilian joint task force, because some people in Maiduguri are pointing accusing fingers to individuals here and there, and the security agencies or agents were picking them up. But these are students in a boarding school. They have nothing to do with what is happening in the town. So the kind of criminality committed cannot be imagined. For people to be attacked in their sleep, and then those who run into the bush, some of them are yet to be found, and some of them who were found later were discovered to have been injured, and I think they gave up later. So even the statistics we are getting of 29 students on one teacher is no longer relevant, because some things have developed after that.
But what could be the psychology behind this? Could it be that they're trying to whip up sentiments against the security matter operations going on there, perhaps get the people on their side or accuse the security, well, it's because you came, that's why they're killing innocent people? What could that possibly mean?
Well, you know, all along, since the beginning of this crisis in 2010, there is nothing to show some kind of normalcy in it. All the attacks were unprecedented and they were uncalled for. If you really say you are a Muslim, the tenets of Islam does not really allow anybody to attack anybody. Even to talk against someone is forbidden. If I cannot say something to your hearing, then I'm not supposed to say it. And if I say it, every Muslim believes that you are going to be punished for that. And when you commit an offense, Islam believes in life after death. On the day of judgment, whoever I offend, whether he knows or not, all the good deeds I do will now revert to him. So it's a matter of counterweight. If my evil deeds outweigh my good deeds, that means I am destined to hell. So how can you go and attack somebody you don't even know? You never cross paths. He has never offended you. You don't know him. So you kill him now. Who is going to forgive you? Whoever you offend, only that person can forgive you. It's not enough for him after he's gone. Some people say they have forgiven you. So no Muslim in his right sense of mind will really go and do such a thing.
So this has nothing to do with religion?
Well, this is what they call, it's a state of anarchy. Anarchists have nothing to worry about. Life doesn't mean anything. In urbanized cities where people take drugs before they go and commit a crime, they lose their sense of judgment. But where people willingly, with all the emergency going on in 3 states, Adamawa, Yobe, and Borno, you still find some elements. And there was a curfew, no movement whatsoever, with checkpoints all over the place, and without any telephone connection. So how do these people mobilize, 20 of them, to sneak into a school, about 8 kilometers from Patiskum? And unfortunately, there's also Turkish International School just nearby. But luckily enough, that one is okay. So for how long can you continue to attack schools? and small children. This beats everybody's imagination, and whoever is doing it, for goodness sake, let them see the sense in living a normal life.
One would think that, I mean, it's been several months since the state of emergency was declared in Yobe. One would think that what should be now should be like a rebuilding process. Is it that the people is there a return of insurgents into town, or what?
Well, you know, this beats everybody's imagination, because if the security agents are doing their job, this thing we always miss, this intelligence gathering, all this will not be happening. But if you move in as in the name of emergency like conquerors, and you really think that force is the only thing, then of course you miss the point.
Okay, we all know that since that emergency was declared, use of telephones have been like restricted. There's no telephone service and all that. So, but the governor is calling for a restoration of that service so that the residents can report incidents like this to the authorities. Would that help?
Well, you know, this attack in that school, depending on who you listen to, but definitely it took place between 3 a.m., maybe 3:30. Nobody could report anything, because there's nowhere to go. Those who can escape, were scared to go anywhere, to go and say something is happening in our school. So at least the telephone was all its nuisance value. You cannot really cut off everybody from communication. People have been used to this system. Somebody would have called somewhere and help could have gone. And then in other places where attacks took place, in Adamawa, Mayo, Belwa, and so on and so on, even in Maiduguri itself where attacks took place, those people just disappear into the thin air.
Isn't that helped by the terrain?
Well, I don't know. The terrain is, if there is one place you cannot hide, is northeastern part of Nigeria, because it's not a swampy part of Nigeria like the south, where you have giant trees and wonderful terrain. This is an open space. You have trees here and there, but there is nothing like what we now call thick forest, where you can run and hide.
You require massive logistics to be able to comb the area.
Well, massive logistics, you have all the roads are manned by security agents, multiple checkpoints all over the place. And you can hardly divert and make any sensible journey without taking the main roads leading to different points, the villages and the towns. So it's not really the difficult area to man if there's a will.
Well, one thing that this definitely brings to light is that it would seem that a lot of soft targets, I mean, places that could be soft targets like schools, have not exactly been given